Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome, my name is Joe Weinrich, and in this video I'm going to share with you why you don't need diversification in your business just yet. If you're not doing $10 million a year, diversification isn't for you. Focus is. And a lot of people get caught up in diversifying their ad platforms and their traffic and their sales processes and their product offerings and adding more stuff to a system that is going to get more results if they just focused on it and optimized it, made it better, instead of adding more stuff to it. Okay? And this is a very simplistic approach to scale that we use for every single client that we've got. We've got about 24 people in the private client group right now, and I've done almost 1,000 audits in my entire lifetime of being in this business. And this right here is one of the most impactful things I do for my clients because it simplifies what they have to do to get the results that they're looking for. It's not 1,000 different things. You're not going to be spinning a million plates in the air trying to manage everything that you're doing to get some scale that might not even last you very long. Like a lot of people, they try and scale by adding a bunch of stuff on top, and they don't know if that thing that they do is actually going to move them forward. And even if it does move them forward, they don't know for how long. And so that's the problem that a lot of entrepreneurs run into that I'm trying to help you avoid by teaching this to you. Okay, this is just basic business fundamentals. I was taught by a mentor many years ago, and I perfected it in my own business and all of my private clients' businesses as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Most people can get to $500,000 a year, maybe even teetering on $700,000 without multiple products or offers. You really only need one thing to get you to that $3.5 million a year mark. Okay, and that's no exaggeration. I've seen this happen countless times. Okay, people have exited businesses with one product offering, and more product offerings is not going to make you successful if your system to deliver those things is not optimized and not fully dialed in and not giving you the most bang for your buck. But when people want to scale, right, from that $500,000 a year mark to 3.5 or to 8 to 10 million, they abandon everything that has made them successful and they try everything under the sun. So the rise of easy is what I call the rise of technology and all that, right? Technology removes the barrier to entry for new ad platforms, new product creations. It's so easy to create a product now. Like, you can create a product line with a private label supplier in literally a day. And you've got a brand new product. It used to take forever to do that, and you had to do a lot of research to figure out if this was the right thing for your business or not, if you should be doing this. There was a lot of effort put into that, but now it's so easy to do it, everybody just does it automatically. Okay? And so the rise of easy makes it easier to do all of this stuff so we don't think it through. Okay? So it makes it easy to try a million different things. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got Facebook fan pages, Facebook business pages, and groups, and TikTok ads, and Twitter X ads, Reddit, all of these different things that we can try that are pretty easy to try. And we've got a million people under the sun as well also offering us the ability to hire them for, what's the usual cost, $17.99 a month to run us these ads on these platforms. And I'm sure those guys are great. I'm not bashing on anybody at all, but the problem is they don't stop to think, do we really need that right now? Is this the thing that's actually going to get us to the next level? And if you're hitting that $500,000 a year mark, or even $200,000 a year mark somewhere within there, you're already seeing some success, more than most people. And so the thing that's actually going to get you to the next level isn't by hiring a bunch of people that will offer you scale by doing one different ad channel. That's not going to get you to success, right? People don't exit businesses for millions because they hired the best person. Right? That's not how they do it. They do it by optimizing a system that has already made them successful. So instead of returning them, $2 back for every $1 that they put in, it returns them $8 back for every $1 that they put in. They build a list of people that's fully optimized, and then they offer them more stuff. And that's it. Right? And so I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that. A lot of the times we think that diversification is what we need, but it's not. Okay? So people want to do more, and I don't know if it's to feel like they want to do, have the feeling that they're doing something, or if it's to show everybody else that they're doing something. I don't know what it is, but people like doing more until it actually becomes time to manage more. Right? If you say, hey, I've got 6 people managing my ads, and I've got all these different products, and look at how cool the site is, and we spent $20,000 last month on branding and all this, it looks awesome, and they're doing all this stuff, but they're not actually seeing any growth. Right? And that growth isn't actual growth. It's not scale. Right? And so the diversification is where you're essentially saying that you're diversifying and you're putting a lot of money into a lot of things, but you're spreading all of your resources out across every possible channel of scale, every possible ad platform, every possible product creation. And so they spread out all their resources, time, money, and energy across all of these different channels to try and get some success, when all they're really trying to do is just praying and hoping that one of them is going to work. If I put my money into everything, one of these things has to click, right? And unfortunately, that's wrong, because most good entrepreneurs are going to focus first and then diversify. There's no reason to dilute your investment of time, all of the energy and the money that you put in, spreading it across 80 different things that don't work to find the one thing that does, when you can just as easily find the one thing that does work, because that's what you've been doing already. Right? So you're never going to actually get any scale like that. You're actually going to scale by focusing all your resources on one system and then optimizing it and stabilizing it until it's fully dialed in. And once it's fully dialed in, then you can go ahead and you can expand on it. You can add new ad channels. You can add new product offerings and new, offer creations, right? And you don't have to spread your money across all different channels. And so once you've done that and you've added those new things, that's scale, because you're building on a process that's fully optimized, fully dialed in, and can actually take you to the next level, instead of just trying, to add a bunch of stuff on a creaky wooden bridge. Now you've got a stone bridge that's fully solid that you can run a tank over if you'd like, right? So my best advice for scaling in this current business environment, and this is for any business, any type of business that you have, I can recommend this. My best advice for scaling to that next level, right, to that $3.5 million a year mark, is if you want to make more money, get the most out of what made you successful, right? So if you found some success before, get the most out of it before you try and do everything else. So if you've got a system right now, right, you've got a sales process that's basically everything that happens after somebody clicks, okay? So from the click all the way to somebody becoming a customer, you need to optimize that first. You need to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck out of that process as humanly possible, okay? So to optimize the process, you can add more offers to it and you can add more follow-up. Then rule number one of internet marketing is most people aren't going to do what you want them to do, okay? Most people are going to come into a process and they're not going to take the action that you want them to take. So every single bottleneck in your business needs to have a contingency plan in place to recoup all of the people who left originally. So, for example, I have two product brands, and one of them sells health products. And so they come in and they see the sales page, and most people are going to browse the sales page, but they're not going to add to cart. And so I have retargeting ads for those people. And then people who do add to cart, but they don't buy, I have a contingency plan in place via email and SMS that reaches back out to those people and sends them back to the cart. And then the people who do buy, but they don't buy any of the upsells or the cross-sells that I have on there, I have a contingency plan in place for them as well. It's also an abandonment email sequence that sends them back to those upsell things and says, hey, giving you one more chance to do this. And then finally, it's the people who go through the entire system and they become a customer on my list, but they don't become a repeat customer. I have contingency plans in place for all of that. So every bottleneck, every break in your business needs to have more follow-up. And more offers is easy. That's upsells, cross-sells, order bumps, pop-ups, OTOs, things like that, offer walls. Offers on the thank you emails. You can add offers into your process at any point, and that's an easy way to optimize. So then you take your business essentially from putting $1 in and getting $2 out to now you're putting in $1 and you're getting $5 to $8 out. Across channels, most of my private clients have acquisition return on investment of 530 to 820% across channels. Right, on initial sales. These aren't people who are repeat customers. Once you've optimized the system to the fullest extent possible and you're getting the most bang for your buck, okay, because $1 in, $2 out isn't really worth driving more traffic to, but $1 in, $8 out is, then you can add on new ad platforms. And then you can duplicate the process, run traffic from a different ad platform to it, and just let it run and see what happens. Right? And then you can duplicate the process, run traffic from the same original ad platform, but change the product and offer. It's really not that difficult. That's all that you have to do to actually get some sufficient scale that's going to move you forward and move you forward continuously. Do you see how much more powerful this is than hiring some ad expert who knows TikTok ads really well and just drives you a bunch of traffic to a creaky process that maybe gets you $1 in, $2 out? Because I know a lot of people who do that, and they hire these people and they send a ton of traffic and things look great on the front end, but then they realize how much they're spending on the ads and at the end of the month, the bank account shows the exact same amount of profit for them to take home as they were doing before they hired everybody else. After all the investment costs, after all the ad costs, everything together, they're taking home the same, if not less, but they're getting more. It looks like more, but they're not taking home as much, and that's what matters. Okay? And this is how you do it to take home more and actually get some scale that's sufficient and is going to last you forever. So crazy diversification is going to equal failure. If you've got a skeleton of a sales system, right, that wooden bridge like we talked about, and you try and scale it by throwing more money at it, right, sending more troops over it, sending a tank over it by new ads, branding, new tricks, and tech stuff, and stuff that's really not going to give you a direct return, you're running that tank over a wooden bridge. But if you optimize a sales system and you stabilize it to the fullest extent possible, then now you've got a stone bridge, and you're running anything you want over that. As much traffic as humanly possible, because you know for every $1 you put in, you're getting $8 to $10 back. Okay? So that's how you scale, by focusing. That's how you scale, by not diversifying and spreading yourself too thin. Okay? That's how you scale and actually get sufficient results.
And you know, before we go, I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. If your business does $250,000 or more in gross sales every year, and you want to grow your revenues while getting rid of complexity and stress, then I might be able to help you, okay? I have a consulting program that's unique in these two ways. The first way is I will literally guarantee that you'll make at least twice my fee in the first 90 days. There's no catch to that. There's no fine print, nothing. And I do this by a couple different ways. I do this first by eliminating the clutter and distraction in your business, all the 9 million things that you're focusing on, and I find simple ways to increase the revenue immediately. And then we'll take all of those things that we implemented and find what works, and then we'll systemize them so that you have sustained growth, okay? With all my clients, and you would be included in this, my goal long term is a minimum 20% revenue growth in the next 12 months of working with me. So if you're interested in that, I am happy to give you a free initial consulting session as kind of my way of using the oldest trick in the book, which is to demonstrate I can help you by actually helping you. So if that's something that you're interested in, getting a kind of discussion on whether we might be a good match in terms of working together, I'm happy to show you kind of the low-hanging fruit opportunities to grow your revenue in your business, and I want to do that for free. So if you're interested in that, you can schedule a call with my office by going to joeclients.com. On that website, you'll see just a couple little multiple choice questions, and then you'll be taken to a calendar where you can schedule the time that works for you.